We're always told to moisturize, right? But what if we've been doing it all wrong? Today, we're diving into lazy skin syndrome, this idea that our obsession with moisturizers might actually be backfiring.
It's an interesting concept, isn't it? The idea is that by constantly hydrating from the outside, we could be messing with our skin's own ability to keep itself moisturized.
So instead of helping, we're making our skin reliant on products. Tell me more about this lazy skin.
Exactly. Dr. Ahmed Hack, a cosmetic doctor in London, he's been exploring this idea. He says over-moisturizing could disrupt something called the skin's keratinocyte maturation cycle, or KMC. Basically, it's the natural exfoliation process.
Okay, right, the KMC. So what is that exactly and how does it get affected?
Every 40 days or so, your skin replaces itself. New cells come up, old ones slow off. It's how your skin stays healthy and glowy. Dr. Heck argues that all that moisturizer, especially the heavy stuff, could be interfering with that.
Interesting. Is there any evidence for this or is it more of a theory at this point?
We definitely need more research, but there are studies showing that too much hydration can actually mess up your skin's barrier function.
And a messed up skin barrier? That's not good.
No. A compromised skin barrier, it can lead to dryness, sensitivity, even inflammation, which just makes you want to moisturize more, and you get caught in this cycle.
So it's not about ditching moisturizer altogether, but understanding how it might be affecting our skin in the long run.
Exactly. It's not just about slapping on product after product. It's about understanding the ingredients, how they work, and how they interact with our skin.
Okay, let's break that down. Remind me about the different types of moisturizing agents and how they work.
You've got three main types: humectants, emollients, and occlusives. Humectants, things like hyaluronic acid, they're like magnets, pulling moisture from the air and deeper layers to the surface.
So they boost hydration. What about emollients? Those are for that smooth feeling, right?
Yeah, emollients like ceramides or fatty acids, they fill in the gaps between skin cells, smooth things out, make your skin look good.
Okay, humectants attract, emollients smooth. What about occlusives? Those are the heavy-duty ones.
Exactly. Think like petroleum jelly. They form a barrier, seal everything in, prevent water loss. Great for locking in moisture, but can be a bit much for some people.
So are certain types better for certain skin types? Could the wrong one lead to this lazy skin thing?
It's not about good or bad, but about balance. Dry skin might need more emollients and occlusives, but oily skin, too many occlusives could clog pores, throw off your skin's natural oil balance, maybe even make it worse at hydrating itself.
So it's those heavy occlusives in particular that might be contributing to this lazy skin idea.
Yeah, it's about finding that right level of support for your skin to do its thing.
So how do we know if we've gone overboard with moisturizer? What are the signs of lazy skin and how is that different from, just having dry skin?
You have to pay attention. One thing to look for is how your skin feels right after you wash it. Is it tight? Maybe a little itchy? That could be a sign that your barrier is compromised, maybe from too much moisturizer.
Interesting. I always thought that tight feeling meant I needed to moisturize more.
It's easy to think that, but it might not be true. Another sign is how your skin reacts to new products. If you tend to get red, irritated, or breakouts when you try something new, it could mean your barrier is weak, which again could be from overhydrating.
Okay, that makes sense. So instead of piling on more stuff, we need to listen to our skin and adjust. But what about going beyond just cleansing and moisturizing? Can other products or treatments help with this lazy skin thing?
Absolutely. That's where targeted treatments come in. Think of it like giving your skin a little boost.
So we're talking serums, essences, stuff like that.
Exactly. And some of these can be really helpful for counteracting the downsides of lazy skin. Antioxidants, for example, they're great for fighting free radicals.
Right, free radicals, those are the things that damage our skin cells and make us age faster, right?
Yes. And antioxidants, they neutralize those free radicals. Vitamin C is a big one. Brightens your skin, protects it.
And vitamin C helps with collagen too, doesn't it?
It does. And then you've got vitamin E, another great antioxidant.
Yeah.
Super hydrating, really important for a healthy skin barrier.
Which, as we talked about, is key for avoiding that lazy skin cycle.
Wow.
Any other antioxidant superstars we should know about?
Oh yeah, green tea extract, resveratrol, you find that in grapes, and red wine niacinamide, all really good for fighting inflammation and protecting your skin.
It's amazing how many natural ingredients are out there that are so good for us.
It really is. And then, of course, you've got the more powerful stuff, like retinoids.
Retinoids, retinol, those always seem kind of intense, effective, but a little scary.
They definitely have a reputation. Retinoids, they're vitamin A derivatives. They help with cell turnover, collagen, hyperpigmentation. They do a lot.
But I've also heard they can be harsh, especially if you have sensitive skin.
True. You got to start slow with retinoids, let your skin get used to them. A tiny bit for your whole face is enough. And always, always wear sunscreen during the day when you use retinoids. They make your skin more sensitive to the sun.
Got it. Sunscreen is key. What if you can't tolerate retinoids, though? Any gentler options?
There are. Bakuchiol is a plant-based ingredient that seems to do a lot of the same things as retinoids, fine lines, skin tone, texture, but it's much less irritating.
Good to know. So there are options, even for sensitive skin. We've been talking a lot about topical treatments, but what about in-office procedures? Can those help with lazy skin?
For sure. Chemical peels, for example, they can be really effective.
Chemical peels always sounded kind of intense to me.
I know the name sounds scary, but it's not that bad. Basically, they use these solutions to gently exfoliate the top layers of your skin. It's like revealing the fresh, new skin underneath.
So kind of like a more powerful version of exfoliating at home.
Yeah, exactly. Like hitting the reset button on your complexion promotes cell turnover, stimulates collagen production. It can really help with dullness, uneven texture, fine lines.
Are there different types of chemical peels?
Yeah. There are superficial peels. Those are gentler, just for a refresh. And then there are deeper peels for more serious stuff like pigmentation or wrinkles. It's really important to see a professional who can figure out what's best for your skin.
So working with a professional is key, especially for the more intense treatments.
Definitely. They know how to tailor the treatment to your skin and make sure you get good results.
Okay, that makes sense. So we've talked about chemical peels, which are all about exfoliation. Any other in-office treatments that target different aspects of skin health? There are other treatments, yeah. But let's stick with lazy skin for now. What can people actually do about it?
Definitely. You mentioned earlier how many women use moisturizers and all the money they spend.
Yeah, those stats are pretty crazy.
It just shows how much we rely on moisturizers these days. But what if, instead of just automatically reaching for the moisturizer, we stopped and actually thought about what our skin needs?
Right, simplifying things. But how do we know how much is enough? If you want to use less moisturizer, where do you even start?
I don't think you have to ditch moisturizer completely, at least not right away. It's more about making changes gradually. Try cutting back a little at a time. See how your skin reacts.
Like instead of moisturizing twice a day, maybe just once, we're switching to something lighter.
Exactly. And pay attention to your skin. You might find out it doesn't need as much moisturizer as you thought.
It's about helping our skin barrier do its job, right? So it can hydrate and protect itself, and we don't have to rely on products as much.
Yeah, exactly. Letting your skin do what it naturally does. And remember, those treatments we talked about, those can play a big part too.
Right, so it's not just about using less, but about adding in things that actually help our skin work better.
Yeah, finding that balance. What if we changed how we think about skincare? Instead of treating our skin like something that's always broken and needs fixing, what if we worked with it, listened to it, gave it what it needs to be healthy?
I love that. It's a whole different way of thinking about it. Not fighting against our skin, but embracing it.
Exactly. And that's how you get to that skin in state, where your skin is balanced, healthy, glowing, not because you're covering it up, but because you're letting it thrive.
Skin in. I love that. Well, there you have it. A deep dive into lazy skin syndrome and what it means for your skincare routine.
We covered a lot today. How our skin renews itself, the different types of moisturizers, those targeted treatments.
Hopefully you're inspired to rethink your skincare routine, work with your skin, not against it, and find that healthy glow. Until next time, happy experimenting. And don't forget your sunscreen.